Alright guys, so welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So today in this video, quick little update on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still holding at $26,000. We know Bitcoin did in fact have a drop, right? We know that Bitcoin yesterday, okay, it did in fact drop significantly. Same with, the altcoins pretty much. The entire cryptocurrency market yesterday, we all know, dropped a lot, right? So today, I really want to talk about, since we know Bitcoin is obviously having this dump and pretty much the entire crypto market, what is next, right? What is coming next for Bitcoin? What are we expecting to see for Bitcoin, since Bitcoin is in fact down pretty much 12% for the past 7 days, right? So Bitcoin is down 12% for the past week. And for the past 24 hours, today it's down over 2%, right? 2.4%. And you guys can see overall today the market is down over 1%. So you guys can see, obviously, like I said, altcoins we know are in fact dropping as well, right? So let's talk more about Bitcoin. Okay, we know, okay, that Bitcoin did in fact break down this trend line. You guys can see that, right? I talked about it many times. Okay, so we know Bitcoin clearly did in fact break down this trend line. And I told you guys, if we were to see Bitcoin break down this trend line right here, we will most likely potentially see Bitcoin break further down to the downside, right? So potentially we will in fact see Bitcoin have more, pullbacks. Okay, so we might actually see that for Bitcoin, or we might actually see Bitcoin maybe continuing to maybe consolidate at this level of $26,000, right? Because we know Bitcoin likes to, move on its side a fair bit, right? We have in fact been seeing Bitcoin consolidate for a fair few times. Okay, especially this year alone in 2023, we are obviously in recovery mode from Bitcoin's previous bottom, which was around 15K a couple months ago. So we will potentially see Bitcoin maybe consolidate, but there is in fact a article here saying that we might actually see Bitcoin plummet down to $20,000. Now, you guys know me, if you guys have in fact been watching my videos, I've been mentioning this many times. I don't think we will see Bitcoin, drop all the way back down to $20,000 ever again. And there is in fact a fair few reasons why I believe we won't see Bitcoin, go back down below that level ever again. Okay, so there is in fact a fair few reasons. We know, okay, we are in fact in recovery mode. Okay, Bitcoin, okay, is about to enter, the next bull market. Okay, and of course we know, very important now, the Bitcoin halving, right? The Bitcoin halving event is about to happen next year in April. Okay, so I don't think it's time for us to see Bitcoin drop all the way down to $20,000. And remember, guys, right? Bitcoin's previous lows, okay, its bottom was in fact at around $15,000 last November. This time right here, right? And this was the time when Bitcoin wasn't really moving. We actually saw Bitcoin pretty much stuck at about 16K for quite some time, right? So at one moment, yes, we actually saw Bitcoin plummet, okay, and drop all the way down to around $15,000. And this right here was pretty much Bitcoin's bottom, okay? And you guys could see throughout 2023, Bitcoin has in fact been rising slowly, forming a new pattern up to the upside, right? So there's also a major reason why I don't see Bitcoin, going back down to like 20K, okay, or even below 20K, right? So I showed you guys this chart before, okay, and you guys can see every single time, okay, pretty much every single time, right? You guys clearly see Bitcoin reaches a bottom, it does in fact, recover slowly up to the upside, right? So if Bitcoin is obviously crashing, okay, it's going to eventually pump back up, guys. Okay, so this is why I always tell you guys to simply just hodl. Okay, we should not be panicking right now. So we should be doing the complete opposite, right? We shouldn't be panicking. We shouldn't be, panic selling. We should be doing the complete opposite. We should be buying. We should be stacking. This is literally the perfect time right now to buy Bitcoin, especially at this level of $26,000. So you guys can see this chart back, 2013, back 2017, when Bitcoin was in fact pumping. You guys understand, right? It hit a bottom, okay, and clearly it's forming a new pattern up to the upside. So it's recovering up, right, at its new top. So potentially, okay, in the next few years, obviously, 2024 and of course 2025, that is exactly what we will in fact be seeing, right? So short term, Okay, let's talk about short term. Now, yeah, short term, I still don't think we're going to see Bitcoin, drop back down to 20K. Because look at it, guys, right? When we hit a bottom, Bitcoin doesn't go back down to its previous bottom, right? We haven't seen that, right? From 2013, 12, 2015, and 2018, right? We didn't see that, you know what I mean? Like, once Bitcoin reaches a bottom, it doesn't go back to its previous lows, you know what I mean? Like, it just shoots up. And you guys clearly see, right, we have already hit bottom, and Bitcoin's obviously forming a new pattern up to the upside. So it's very, very, very unlikely for us to see Bitcoin back down at its bottom. So I don't think this is just coming from me as well, obviously, right? But I don't think we will in fact see a 20K Bitcoin. Okay, and that is just my personal opinion, guys, right? So maybe, and I've been, mentioning this a fair few times, okay, like since Bitcoin did in fact break this trend line, right, just recently, yes, we're going to see Bitcoin drop further down to the downside. Now, yes, Bitcoin can potentially drop down to 25,000, to 24 maybe, okay, maybe even 23, right? But eventually it will bounce back up, guys, okay? And there is in fact a fair few charts that I want to show you guys. Okay, so yes, we know, okay, that Bitcoin did recently just break this trend line, okay, right here. This chart just clearly showed you guys this chart right here that yes, Bitcoin clearly did in fact break this trend line. Okay, so it will potentially drop further down to the downside. But what I really want to show you guys is this. Okay, this is pretty important, right? So another fake out before a breakout. Okay, will we potentially see that? Now, we have in fact been seeing this throughout this year in 2023. You guys can clearly see back in February and March, right? We did in fact see Bitcoin pretty much pump in January. Okay, February wasn't really moving, and then March, okay, it did in fact slightly drop. Okay, you guys clearly see that, and then it just bounced back up. It was in fact a breakout. Okay, so that's what we saw. We saw Bitcoin having this like very slow downtrend, and then it pumped up, and then again we saw a very, very slow downtrend once again. Okay, and Bitcoin completely had another leg up and a breakout. And you guys can clearly see what's happening right now for Bitcoin is pretty much the exact same thing. We are in fact seeing a very, very slow downtrend right now for Bitcoin. So that means, guys, will we potentially see another breakout for Bitcoin? Okay, will we see another leg up? And personally, I think we will in fact see that. And you guys clearly see this is also another head and shoulders pattern. Okay, you guys clearly see that, right? Shoulder right here, a head right here, and a shoulder, right? So this is looking pretty bullish in my opinion, right? A lot of people think it doesn't look too good for Bitcoin, but you just got to really, zoom out, right? So this has happened twice this year, and this is going to be the third time now. So we might actually see a massive breakout for Bitcoin, meaning we might actually see Bitcoin break new highs for this year alone in 2023. Okay, back up to like 30K to 31. And of course $32,000. And once we actually see Bitcoin reach 32K and breaks above 32K, I think that is when the next leg up for Bitcoin will happen, right? So potentially we'll see Bitcoin at 35 to $40,000, and they'll just keep going up from there. And I still am predicting that we will in fact see a 50K Bitcoin towards the end of this year in 2023. I think that is very, very possible, guys. Okay, I really do. So short term though, okay, maybe in the next few days, maybe the next few weeks, maybe, right, or in a week time straight, we might actually see Bitcoin, okay, consolidate at this level of pretty much $26,000. We might actually see that, right? Because if I go to the the trading view, and if I go to a 1 hour time frame here, you guys can clearly see Bitcoin is pretty much, not really moving. It's pretty much, hovering at $26,000 right there. You guys can clearly see that. So we might actually see Bitcoin, continue to consolidate, maybe in the next, few days, or it might actually drop further down to the downside. Okay, so that's personally where I see Bitcoin. That's probably the next move for Bitcoin. But understand, guys, we're not going to see Bitcoin drop to like 20K or lower than 20K. That's just my personal opinion, right? It's just very, very unlikely to happen for Bitcoin, right? I really don't see Bitcoin, especially going back down to its previous lows, which is like 15K, right? Like I said, okay, that has never happened, right? Once Bitcoin actually reaches a bottom and it forms a new pattern up to the upside, we haven't seen Bitcoin drop back down to its bottom again, right? And you guys can just clearly see that throughout Bitcoin history, right, in previous years. So understand that, guys. Okay, so yeah, 20K, I don't think that's going to happen. 15K, I don't think that's going to happen, of course. So that's just my personal opinion. We will see. And hey, guys, I might be wrong. Okay, we might actually see Bitcoin drop to 20K, but personally, okay, this is just personally my thoughts and my opinion. Obviously, I don't see Bitcoin, dropping back down like that low, right, of $20,000. Okay, so that's just my personal opinion, but we will see. So that being said, you guys let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts right now for Bitcoin? Where do you guys see Bitcoin? What is the next move for Bitcoin short term? Okay, so that's just my personal thoughts. Okay, you guys let me know in the comments down below, what is your personal thoughts for Bitcoin? Do you guys think we will see Bitcoin, drop further down to the downside, or we will see Bitcoin, continue to consolidate at this level of 26K, and then we might, have another rally up? Let me know, guys. Okay, let me know. And honestly, do you guys actually think we will see Bitcoin reach back down to 20K, to maybe even below 20K? Let me know in the comments down below, because I am very curious. Personally, I don't think that is possible. Very unlikely to happen. My personal thoughts. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well in the comments down below. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. More videos will in fact be coming your way, so stay tuned for that. I will obviously keep you guys updated on what's going to happen with Bitcoin, so stay tuned, and I hope you guys have a blessed day as always, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.